Hey all, so some people had some questions regarding how to set up lasers. This is a brand new ship. Well, not brand new, but I've been working on it for a while. Now I'm going to get the the scripting done for the lasers. So typically what I like to do is I'll set my mining lasers as a variable just called laser. And then I will make the ship switch unless it actually has turrets. I'll call it fire. So these are just some generic hybrid buttons. And I always set the button style to 1 so that way, oh whoops, I did it wrong. You want to make sure that it's spelt like that. Uppercase F, lowercase I-R-E. Because that makes it so you can literally just tap spacebar and that button will fire. It just makes it easier for default ships. Just a nice little trick. But yeah, anyways, I'll call my lasers laser. Just for scripting purposes, but you could also label them fire. It wouldn't matter. Like so, if you want just you could do this as well. But yeah, anyways, it doesn't matter. Point is, people wanted to get some codes for efficiency, stuff like that. So for efficiency, typically what I do is I'll have it. So this is just a basic eco script, just ignore it. Anyways, so you're going to need a basic Yolo chip. The script is really nothing special. So what you'll do is you go if fire equals 1. That means if your fire button is on, then laser equals 1. Oh shit, forgot the colons. You really do not want to forget these, otherwise the script will not work, because it doesn't understand these are variables that you named. Make sure that the naming capitalization is also right, otherwise it will go. Anyways, then laser equals 1, else, I like to capitalize everything just so I have it. Go to 1. So basically what this is doing is it's going to execute this line, then it's going to go back to this line if it failed. Now, then I'll have laser go to 0, which basically is just cycling the laser, and then go to 1. And that's it. That's literally all you have to do. What you also should do is have the laser shut off should this script fail. So you would go laser equals 0. So basically what this does is if your fire button is on, then it will go to basically the laser turning on, and then it's going to end right here, and then it's going to go down a line, and then it's going to toggle your laser off, and this is going to happen every 0.2 seconds. So your lasers will be basically toggling on every 0.2 seconds, and it's going to be constantly jumping between these two lines until it's failed, which means that your fire button is not on. Then it's going to go to shut off the laser, go to and then repeat back to this line. It's basically going to loop, and then you just type in end to end this line, and that's literally all you need for a basic Yolo script code. Now, for turret rotation, one thing I will say is the turrets typically are at target velocity 3, which is way too high. This will cause the turret to basically snap around. I'll show you in game. So basically, say you wanted to change your turret pitch to like 5, you can see like that. Here, better example. You can see that's snapped. There's no way that thing is going to mine anything efficiently at that speed. Like, let's turn that on. Whoops. You'll see what I mean. Whoops, wrong button. So you swap that to 0. You see what I mean? That's a snap. there's no way you can mine anything efficiently like that. So what you'll do is you go back into the editor and you change this bad boy down to probably either 1 or 0.75. I like 0.75 because it means that the turret's going to move really slow and do precise movements. And when the lasers are pulsing, there's a pretty good chance that it will hit and clear whatever the heck it hits. So I'll set both of them to 0.75 and 0.75 on all 4 of my turrets. Now, the turret itself, I have noticed there is currently a bug where if you here, let me just show this real quick. I don't know how long it's going to take them to fix this, but you see this little red arrow here? If you have your turret for some reason mounted, like for example, whoops. Okay, bye. Anyways, sometimes this turret base can get mounted really weird. Okay, you gonna snap? There. So, anyways, if this gets mounted sideways, or sorry, forward like that, and that arrow is pointing a different direction, sometimes the turret can glitch out, and if you log in and out, the turret will actually be facing in the direction of this arrow, or trying to face. It will literally slam into your own ship to try to hit it. So make sure that that little arrow is always lined up with which direction you want it to go. So yeah. Anyways, also, for those who don't know, if you click shift, you can copy and paste things super quickly. Just nice user input. Anyways, doesn't matter. So when it comes to turret movements, what I like to do is have individual control of my turrets. So for scripting purposes, I like to make it so that way my turrets are easy to know and easy to remember. So I typically name my turrets as though I was sitting in the pilot seat. So this turret would be top left, this turret would be top right, bottom right, bottom left. That's the easiest way for me to label them. So what I'll do is I'll go TRR for rotation, and then TRP for pitch. Just simple naming conventions like that will save you a lot in Yolo chips, because you can do simple code segments like I want, the pitch to go to this, or the rotation to go to that, and you can do it all in one line. And basic Yolo chip will cover you just fine. Now, so for example, what I want to do is I want to set up something similar to the previous video. I want my lasers to move in a pattern to get the maximum amount of coverage. So what I'll do is I'll go in-game sometimes and I'll figure this out, but I'm just going to spitball, because I know relatively that this is going to be about 20 or so degrees to get a nice arc. So what I'll do is I'll go if slice, which will be the button that I'm going to be setting up for this pattern. You can have different patterns bound to different buttons. It's very simple. Anyways, if slice equals 1, then TRP equals 20, and TRR equals let's see, we want about, let's go with 15. But so the way that these turrets work typically, from what I remember, is because this one's upside down, I will double check right now, but I'm pretty sure that positive values make it turn outwards. Yeah, so you want a negative 15 degrees on that. So you just go back into this. Where the hell was I working on? Am I blind? Oh yeah, there we go. Anyways, so you go negative 15. And again, I missed my colons. I realized that when I put in TRR, just didn't bother doing it. Anyways, don't forget them. You'll be like, what the heck is wrong? Anyways, doesn't matter. So those values will automatically go to that pitch. So it's going to be pitching downwards because it's upside down. So you go 20 and then 15. So it's going to go sideways and downwards. Now, this is just for the one turret. You may have to use 4 chips depending on how individually controlled you want them. Typically, it's really hard to get multiple turrets into one thing unless you're controlling them not unison. So you can have very advanced levels of scripting just based on the number of YOLO chips you need. And YOLO chips are incredibly cheap, so who really cares how many chips you have? Doesn't really matter. Anyways, so you go then, or sorry, not then, else, go to 1. So basically this is just going to cause it to loop. Now, so because the read rate is 0.2 seconds, you can get away with doing it this way, which is the way I did it initially. I know there's another way, I just, I haven't bothered to learn it because I honestly don't care. It's functional, that's all I care about. So what I do is, because it's 0.2 seconds, I'll go all the way down to line 11 or 10, doesn't matter which. And basically I'm going to leave that pitch at the same. So TRP equals, or I'm not even going to bother changing the pitch. So what I'll go is TRR equals, TRR equals 0. And now what that's going to do is cause the turret to rotate back straight forwards. So basically it's going to do a sweeping motion. And then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to line 19, go to 1. But I will have an execute script here. So what I'm going to do actually is go to 20. So this is going to jump down to line 20. And basically what that's going to do is tell the turret to recenter. So what I want is, if I didn't want this to be 20 pitch, I'll have this turret default to, let's say, TRP, TRP equals 15. And then let's set TRR, TRR to, what degrees do we want? Let's go with 7. And yeah, and then you just make sure to put that end statement in there. And yeah, that's a basic slice script. So now what you need is you'll need a button named slice. So you go into properties here, name this bad boy slice. Make sure your capitalization is the same. It doesn't matter what you call this, by the way. You can literally call it whatever the heck you want. And change that button style to 1 so it's toggleable. And bam. Now, another thing that you could do is you could just have small buttons. You don't need to have it like whatever a hybrid button, but it's nice to be able to tell about name conventions. But anyways, so let's slap this bad boy into the Yolol racks that I have. This is going to be the fun part because my Yolo racks are behind a bunch of stuff, but whatever. I will be posting this ship eventually for sale if you're interested, but oh, it did not like that. Okay, get back here, you fuck. And I just swore on YouTube. Anyways. Okay, so you just line that bad boy up and then you slap it in one of these. Bam. Okay, let me just double check and make sure these Yolo racks are connected. Here. And it is not. So that's why I checked. Okay, I think I just put these in, so I just forgot to run a wire to it. Very simple. I have wire literally right next to it, and bam. Remember damn, happy as a clam. Let's go. Yep, all connected. Alright, where's that button? Very slow, door is slow. Alright, let's get this thing working. So yeah, so now you'll see it sweeps. Now I may need to dial down that speed even further, but oh right, that's, I don't have the script in for the laser. But you can see it's doing a very basic sweep motion. Oh, and I didn't change that to 0.75. That's why it's being so fast. So now, it's, if you do changes in the game or in the test mode, then it won't keep them. So yeah, anyways, I'll just change that to fire for now. I'll put the laser in later. I don't actually, you know what, I might as well do it now. So this is just a very basic video, just showing what you can do with basic Yolo chips. Nothing more than that. I'm not gonna go into advanced trig and all that because I really don't feel like doing that. But yeah. Anyways, I will also be eventually posting videos on that when I feel like it. But anyways, it's in the rack. So my fire button should now fire the ones that are named laser, which I missed one. But you could see it was burst firing already. There's no reason really to run non-burst fire mode, honestly, unless you feel like just chewing through power. And I'll also show another nifty trick that I've taught myself. So if you ever want rotating panels like this, because this is for a scanning network, this is for going through dust clouds. So basically what I have is all these rangefinders are basically going to be scanning through the dust cloud to figure out where asteroids are, and then it will either move the ship or I will physically move the ship myself. And the point is to have the terminal come in your face like that. So you just go scan and this terminal comes out and you can see the terminal moves and it's still active because the way that you do it is you just run a cable from all the way around the entire joint, because as long as it's still touching the cable as it rotates, which you'll see what I mean, it's still connected. So you can actually do rotating terminals like that very easily. It's the same with sliders, same with pretty much anything, including rotating turrets. You just need to, you know, fiddle with the cabling until you get it. Now, yeah, I think that covers it. You guys get the gist. Just play around with your turrets until you figure out rotation, stuff like that, cutting patterns. It's very simple.